So, well, folks, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, how best you're listening. This is the All-Star broadcast of Star TV Liberia. You can now follow us on Peace TV as well, Africa News, and the rest of the platform. We are live right here in Zowienta Electoral District number 1, and we are in conversation with the founder and executive director for the Jah'S Children Healthcare foundation yet in Liberia, but he will better introduce himself and introduce the foundation well to us. Welcome, you are live to our platform.
Thank you very much, Prince. My name is Nathan Wole. As I said, I'm the founder and CEO of the Jah'S Children Health Foundation. The Jah'S Children Health Foundation consists of pharmacies, drugstores, and clinics. And these foundations were founded since 2013. 2014, during the Ebola crisis, we were able to include the clinic sections that is found in Bong County, which is in Zowienta.
So since you started your operation from the time you just mentioned, how has it been like for you in terms of the activities being held in the county, most especially electoral district number 1 to be precise, Zowienta?
So we are actually been doing well, although there are some challenges when it comes to healthcare services in this rural area. But by the help of God, we have been managing with the institution.
We just visited the Jah'S clinic. We are told that this is the only referral clinic in the district. So in terms of medical services at time, what are the different treatment and medicine being prescribed to those who come from the neighboring towns and villages as far as Nima County?
People refer to it as a referral clinic, the only referral clinic in the district, because we are open 24 hours.
Okay.
So in the night where people are in dilemma as to where they can go for treatment, they prefer coming to Jah'S clinic. So like services that we rendered here, we are not doing more chemistry lab here. So we do routine lab. The routine labs will include the urine, the stool, malaria tests, typhoid, and you just need those minor labs that at least we can be able to manage with our people. But we receive patients from Nima County, especially from Mesno. We receive patients from Grand Bassel and also Bong County as whole.
Despite having so many hospitals and clinics in Bong County as whole, what does it mean for the citizens of District number 1 to have the Jah'S clinic in this part of the county?
It's a blessing to the people for District number 1 and its surrounding. People can attest to it during the Ebola crisis, when all of the private and public hospitals and clinics around here were closed. Jah'S clinics remained open. So we were open, we accepted people because we knew that it is only we as a clinician can be able to handle the situation. We were open throughout, and from this point, people begin to have trust into Jah'S Children Health Foundation.
So in terms of being reasonable and affordable with drugs and with the different sicknesses being treated at the hospital and sometimes medication given to the pharmacy, would you mind giving a bit about how reasonable and affordable is your institution?
Our institution is reasonable. The first motive is that we don't charge you for the level of time that you sleep, maybe during the treatment. For like some institution, they say, okay, you spend the night here, you're supposed to pay 100, 200. No. So we first started by saying that you have to do registration, where you pay for adults, will pay $2,000, and all of the treatment, that is the routine treatment, OPD treatment, can be done. For children, 1,500, and the registrations, the treatments, and lab is involved. So the clinic is reasonable. The clinic is reasonable. So the drugs here, they are drugs that are essential drugs. They are affordable and recommended by WHO. So it's not drugs that are fake drugs. That's why you see people putting in that this morning the clinics were very basic because we have the side insurance patients coming here this morning, especially where SIGA, who is the security firms that is along the railroads, are doing their training in Zowienta. So most of them, because their insurance also, we treat their insurance claims. So most of them flew here this morning. So not only today, but the surrounding villages we have here, it is by the help of the Jah'S Children Hall Foundation, they can attest that they are actually doing well when it comes to health.
Basically, let's get it straight, because we are told, and this is the only health facility so far we have seen in the district, let's say in Zowienta. Your plan of actions, what do you hope in the next few years, maybe to turn this place to a clean, let's say a hospital, more than that? What's your expectation, and what do you hope to achieve in the next few years to come?
So here we have government clinics, government supported clinics in district number 1. And we have, this is the only up-to-date private clinic within district number 1. So the board of trustees of the Jah'S Children Hall Foundation have decided to upgrade the clinic to a health center.
Okay.
To upgrade this clinic to a health center, they have already bought 2 acres of land that this clinic will be built on up to a health standard, up to standard, at least 90% international standard, that we will be able to serve our people. And we have the hope that this year we will be starting the process.
Are there different plans on the way coming, with the exception of only the health center being built as your expectation? Is there any plan being added to that?
As a humanitarian organization, we have decided to include education. Because as I said the last time in the last interview we had, looking at the children unified within district number 1, they are not going to school. It is only because we don't have a daycare in district number 1 that will be able to take care of those children, and the parents go around hustling. So you go in the community, you see children unified, you will see them, they are not going to school. So we have decided to build a mission school also, that we will be able to train those children in school, because they are the future that we are waiting.
So in terms of supplement, what do you get your product or your drugs?
So our supplement from the BVM pharmacy. BVM pharmacy remain was suppliers, and they started with us since 2 years ago, and they are really been doing well. BVM pharmacies, they are reasonable pharmacies. They are very reasonable in Liberia. They are one of the pharmacies that are reasonable in Liberia. Since they started with us, they've been supplying us, and those drugs that BVM pharmacy can supply us, they are quality drugs. Because if we just decide to try to compare treatment, if you take the drugs from BVM product and take another product and treat different patients, that means you treat different patients with BVM with the same condition and treat different patients with another drugs with the same condition, you will see that the potencies from the BVM pharmacy is high. That means the patients will quickly respond. So we have been focusing on them, and they have found the memorandums of understandings with us that they will continue to supply us those pharmacy products. BVM pharmacy is the only pharmacy that supplies us now in Bong County.
So what's your advice to citizens of electoral district number 1, Bong County as whole, to take advantage of the product and also the clinic and that of the pharmacy in the county?
So my advice to the people of Bong County and its surrounding is Essential drugs is no more far away from us. The logo of the Jah'S Children's Health Foundation have brought essential drugs to our door. And not just essential, affordable, that you can be able to pay for. So I want people to take the advantage to go, like in Banga, we have our pharmacies right opposite that of mine, right before reaching the last red light. You will see there. Take the opportunity, go there and buy drugs of affordable price and reasonable. Drugs that have high qualities when it comes to effectiveness. As I said, BVM pharmacies, their drugs is okay. So people around the Messinon, people around the dim stamps in, you can also take advantage to go to Zowienta. Here opposite the Lutheran compound, you will see Jah'S Pharmacy. Take the advantage. The clinic is open to you. It is reasonable.
The parking comment just before we leave here.
So my parking comment is, we want the citizens to take the opportunity, because in other areas you will see a very hard, some people will walk the 20-25 kilometers before they reach the clinic, especially in the district where you have a private institution, that the concerns of the citizen becomes their problem. Take the opportunity, come, let your problem be small, you come to the clinic. Don't allow your problem to increase before you go for checkup. So we also talk with the citizen. We will also look at the government. We need also a subsidy, because to control these institutions, especially the institutions that did where you see people coming, Kappa One Clear, Gabafonye, it become problem. We cannot allow them to go. So we need some funds that we will be able to cater to people who are less fortunate, that they will not be able to pay those. Even the drugs are affordable, but there are some people who are not able to afford to pay those drugs. So we need subsidy from the government. We appeal to government officials that are listening to us, that they can come to our help, so that we can be able to help our citizens, not only in district number 1, in Bong County as whole.
Your name again?
My name is Nathan Willen, the CEO of the Jah'S Children's Health Foundation.
It has been a pleasure having you live on our platform.
Thank you very much.